Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome back to another week of workouts with me. I got a fancy light, so I look very professional and bright now. Okay, so today we have a good workout planned. Hopefully the weather is cooperating for you. Today is Sunday, so it's a little rainy outside today when I'm taping this. But this is a great workout to do inside, so no worries there. But hopefully you have a chance to get outside and enjoy the day as well. Today is going to be essentially a 15-minute AMRAP. Every 5 minutes we're switching up the movements that we're going to be doing. So let's see if we can see. My marker's kind of dying here. All right, so the first 5-minute AMRAP is going to be 4 burpees followed by 4 deadlifts. So you can tell this is going to be super fast. So you definitely want to pick a weight that you can do quickly on the deadlifts. If you have a barbell, maybe you're doing 65 pounds, maybe you're doing just the empty barbell. If you have dumbbells, 25s would be great, 35s would be great, 50s are great as well. If you don't have a dumbbell or barbell, you can use any odd object, anything heavy, a wall ball, a big stack of books, a backpack full of stuff as well. So 4 burpees and 4 deadlifts. The next 5-minute AMRAP is going to be 5 V-ups or toes to bar, and then 5 goblet squats. So if you do have a bar that you're able to jump up on at home, go ahead and do toes to bar, get the hands used to hanging there again. If not, you can lay on the floor and do V-ups. And then for the goblet squats, you can use something similar to what you used on the deadlifts as well. These are going to get a little bit more challenging. You're doing more reps, and it's a little bit more of a skilled movement. So you're not going to be able to go as fast maybe as the burpees and the deadlifts. And then we'll finish up with a 5-minute AMRAP of 6 jumping air squats, followed by 6 piked pushups. So again, a little bit more challenging. The reps are a little bit higher. We have been working on push-ups a ton. This time it's the piked push-up, so it's going to feel a little bit more inverted, more on the top of your shoulder and maybe into your lat a little bit. So it's going to feel a little bit different. It's definitely going to be more challenging. So you're looking at more challenging as you go down the AMRAP. And of course, you're going to be more exhausted as you get into this 15-minute workout. If you are coming off of maybe just doing that really long 30-minute workout last week, then this will feel really great because it's only 15 minutes. But it's a good amount of work to do, so make sure you're nice and warm before you get started, as well as nice and hydrated. Okay, and we'll also finish up with Durante Core. You guys know all about that Durante Core. We'll go over that before we get into it, though. Okay. So let's get nice and warm. If you want to go ahead and pause the video and take off on a quick 200-meter jog or row, or if you have some sort of stationary bike, do 300 or 400 meters, 400 or 600 meters on the stationary bike, just getting the heart rate up a little bit, and then we will start warming up. All right, now that you got back from that jog or little bike ride, getting your heart rate up, or maybe some double unders, we can go ahead and get a little bit more warm. So we'll start with bringing that knee up toward your armpit. We'll switch legs. So knee comes up, squeeze in towards your armpit. You want to keep your foot flexed. We'll just go back and forth until we get about 8 on each leg. All right, we'll continue with the same motion, but this time I want us to go just a little bit faster. So this time, no hands. I just want you to bring those knees up nice and high. Get about 10 on each side. I don't know if that's 10. That feels good, like it's 10. And the last piece we're gonna do here is we're gonna do high knees for 30 seconds because I love you. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right, we're gonna do the same thing, but this time it's gonna be with our stretching our quads out. So heel is gonna come to your butt, squeezing your leg in, stretching out the quad. When I think about here, you might have your hips back a little bit. So you want to think about pulling those hips forward. You want to try to make this line as straight. Hips might be back. Pull that hip forward. I'll get 8 on each side.
What's your plan, B? B?
All right, this time we're just gonna kick that heel up. Try to touch your heel to your butt.
They both have heads. Everyone has had a head. Yeah, that's true.
A few more here. And then we'll go into 30 seconds of butt kicks. In 5 seconds, we'll do that. So shake out those legs. 3, 2, 1, go. Those heels up and lean forward just slightly. Pick up the pace a little bit for the last 15 seconds. Lean forward just a little bit more, a little faster, 5 seconds. And relax. All right, shake out those legs. We'll bring our knees up and over. Other leg up and over. Make sure you get 8 on each side. My head is going to be cut off in this video. You can pick up the pace a little bit if you'd like on this. We're not going to be doing these super fast, don't worry. All right. And then we'll go back in. So knee comes out and up and over. All right. Out, up, and over.
I guess they reacted, huh? Wow. Sorry. You should have known my friend would give me Valentine's on Valentine's Day.
That is why we are called friends.
But I still don't have any Valentines to roll around in. Oh.
All right, shake those legs out. Okay, if you have whatever weight you're going to be using for your deadlifts, we want to go ahead and grab one lighter than what that's going to be. I'll show you different variations of the movement that we can do with dumbbells for one. So with your dumbbells, hinging forward from the hips, your tops of your dumbbells are going to come down to touch the ground and stand back up. A lot of times with the dumbbell deadlift, we want to come down where we're squatting. You don't want to do that, all right? So you want to keep those hips back and up nice and high. Keep the legs slightly bent, straight until you get to right about the knee, and then you can start to bring those hips down just a little bit, all right? Give me 5 deadlifts if you're using the dumbbells. You can also use a wall ball. You have a wall ball. If you happen to have one plate, a really tiny plate, but you can use that as well. Down and up. And then if you would like, you can also use like a weighted vest or a backpack to give you the same effect. All right? Whatever you got, give me 5, give me 10 reps, 10 reps. All right, using that same weight, whatever you chose to be, you can use one dumbbell too if you want for this next part. So we did all those double press the other day. I want you to do this motion that's gonna be very similar to double press. It's gonna warm up your back nice for these deadlifts. So coming down from the ground, you're gonna stand all the way up, pressing up overhead at the top, all right? Give me 10 of those. That's what it looks like with a dumbbell. If you wanna use a plate, same thing. Touching down the bottom, pressing all the way up overhead. Wall ball, it's gonna look the same. Deadlifting the ball, pressing it up overhead. So almost like a snatching motion is what you want to look at right there. Give me 5 to 10 reps of whichever weight you're going to choose for that. And then once you're done that, shake up those arms. We'll come to a plank. We're going to do a little bit of core to warm us up for all this Durante Core that we have coming up later on. So we're going to do 10 reps of this movement where you're going to bring your knee to your elbow, back, your other knee to your elbow and back. Then you're going to lift that leg up, bring it back down, lift the right leg up, bring it back down. That's 1. We're going to do 10 of these. All right, that's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one here, guys. 10. All right. Sit back into child's pose. Reach those hands up overhead. Stretching out the lats. And you can relax the head down if you'd like. All right, let's go ahead and sit up. We'll come with our right leg up, our left leg back. And again, I want us, our hips are kind of going to be pushing back here. I want you to think about tucking the hip under and leaning forward into it. All right, so you should feel the stretch down the front of the leg. That knee is down to the ground. And then we'll push our hips back, straighten that leg, get a little bit of a stretch in the front of the foot, front of the right leg, and then back forward one more time, tucking those hips under. And pushing back, straightening that leg. All right, and then we'll switch. This time the right leg is back, right knee on the ground. Same thing, I want you to think about tucking those hips under and hinging forward so you feel it down that right quad. We had a lot of running this week. We had a lot of running last week. So maybe we're not doing as many squats and a lot of like heavy leg stuff, but your legs are probably feeling it in different ways. We'll sit back, straighten that leg, forward one more time, pushing that hip forward. And then last time, sit back. All right, shake out those legs. Okay, all right. Next thing we're gonna do here, guys, prep you a little bit for burpees. The best thing that we can do in CrossFit is try to make things that we do in the workout feel easy. how we do that is by doing things hard, a harder version of it, right? So for the burpee, we've been doing tons of burpees, so you guys should be pretty good on the burpees now. So we're gonna kick it up a notch, and we're gonna do one arm burpees, all right? We have a ton of burpees in the workout, so let's try to make it a little challenging on the warm-up so that when we do these burpees in the workout, we can go super fast. All right, so one arm burpee is gonna look like this. One arm goes behind your back. You're gonna put one hand down on the ground, drop those feet back, stand back up. All right, keep that hand behind your back the whole time. You're gonna do 5 on one arm and 5 on the other arm, all right? At your own pace. Switch your arms when you're ready. All right, whew. One arm, single arm stuff. It's just like single leg stuff, right? It's pretty challenging, but it makes the other muscle group stronger because they're gonna be ready to take it on once we do the regular burpees. So we'll go over all the movements of the workout, and then we will get started. The first, I need to catch my breath. The first part of the workout, the first 5-minute AMRAP, is gonna consist of 4 burpees, 4 deadlifts. So you gotta be mindful on these burpees that you're not letting your back get too rounded, because when you transition over the deadlift, it's gonna feel really taxing, okay? With your burpees, what I want you to focus on is fast on the way down. Get to the ground as fast as you can. A controlled flop, just like when we practiced, when we did that 800-meter partner mile, or half mile of burpees. It's the same concept. You want to think about getting to the ground as quickly as you can, and then bringing those legs up, trying to stand up as quickly as you can as well, all right? Resting on the ground. I know it's super easy for us to stand up and like, but get to the ground as fast as you can. If you need to take a breather, take it there, all right? So burpee, and make sure my area is clear. And then quick to stand back up, all right? When you stand back up, just do that little pop at the top. For those of us who stand back up and then we wait a second to jump, take advantage of the momentum that you already have and then just jump right into it. All right, so give me 3, the fastest burpees you've ever done in your whole life. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Did you beat me? All right, those probably weren't the fastest I've ever done in my life, but we got a lot to do this workout. So burpees, check. You gotta do 4 of them for the workout. Deadlifts, the next piece. Grab whatever piece of equipment you're gonna use for that. If it's a little heavier than what we use in the warm-up, go ahead, add some plates on if you're lucky enough to have a barbell. If you just wanna do one plate, like if you happen to have 145-pound plate and barbell, you could use that as well to do your deadlifts. You can use a wall ball, you can use dumbbells, just like I showed you can use a really heavy backpack, but you wanna pick a weight that's something that you can bust through that floor as quick as you can, all right? Everything's gonna be speed. We definitely don't wanna have heavy deadlifts on this one. So 4 deadlifts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You need to go about 20 times faster than that, okay? Just like the burpees, you want these to be as quick as possible. The weight is gonna be really light. Keep that core nice and tight and locked in. Squeeze the butt at the top. Think about when you're standing up, think about squeezing the butt. It's gonna help you stand up a lot faster, right? We talk about bringing the hips forward when we're doing kettlebell swings. Think about that, fast with the hips, all right? Controlled on the way down, fast on the way up. That's the speed I want you to go at, all right? So 3, the fastest deadlifts you've ever done in your whole life. Ready, go. All right, you should be done your deadlifts by now. Fast burpees, fast deadlifts, first part of that AMRAP. Second part of that AMRAP, V-ups, or if you have a bar, toes to bar. If you have access to anything that's hanging, go for a toes to bar. If you have like rings that you maybe are able to set up like under your stairs or under your deck or something like that, do toes to ring. That works as well. Really focusing on getting those lats engaged. It's going to be more beneficial to do some sort of hanging thing, since we haven't really done too much of that with those of us who don't have access to that. So whatever you're doing, just try to mix it up as much as you can. For those of us who don't have any sort of bar, I'm just looking under my deck to see what I have. You could also do, just like we do at the gym, sometimes where you hold onto the post and you lay your body back and you bring your toes to the post. You can do that as well if you have something to hold on to. That works. A random street sign out on the street. I don't know, whatever you got. But another variation would just be a simple V-up or tuck-up. I'm gonna do plenty of those on Durante Core, so might as well get ready for them. So for the V-ups, you're gonna extend all the way back, and then you're gonna sit up really fast, as quickly as you can at the same time as you're lifting those feet up, pointing the toes. All right, so up, there's 1, 2, 3. All right, give me 3 reps. 3 reps of whatever variation you're gonna do for essentially that sit up, that crunching motion. And then the next part is goblet squats. If you have a dumbbell, go ahead and grab that. If not, a wall ball works perfectly fine. A heavy backpack, a baby, if you got one of those on hand. All these things work, okay? So goblet squat, you're holding it in that front position, right in front of your chest, and you're sitting those hips back first, just like you're sitting down in a chair, standing up. All right, so a lot of times we tend to do this, where you can actually see the weight is over the mid part of my foot. If you look by the side, you can see that my hips are staying right over my ankles. I'm gonna lose that range of motion right there. So you really want your hips to come back first. Try to lift those toes up off the ground if you can, and keep the weight back in the heels, and then stand back up. When I'm doing this, I'm able to keep my knees behind my toes, which is really gonna help immensely if you have any knee pain. This squatting position is not where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Weight back in the heels, right? Butt is back. Just like you're sitting down on a couch, like you're sitting down in a chair, sitting back to a toilet, whatever. Practice that sitting back motion. Think sit back first, butt back first, hips back first. All right? 5 goblet squats. I want you to do 3 reps with whatever weight that you're gonna do. And then this last 5-minute AMRAP is gonna be 6 jumping air squats and 6 piked push-ups. So jumping air squats after all those goblet squats, this should feel really good. Again, sit those hips back, standing up, nice and aggressive at the top. And you wanna think about driving through the heels and squeezing your butt as much as you can at the top to get that air. Piked push-ups. Come to that push-up position. Stick those hips up as high as you can. If you want to do it from here, that's fine. You can also come a little bit closer. This is going to be, the closer you get to your hands, the more challenging it's going to be. From here, your head, you're aiming your head to go right at the tips of your fingers, your forehead. All right? So elbows come back, forehead touches the mat right at the tips of my fingers, and then I'm pressing back and away. All right? So a lot of times we'll want to press this way because it's easier, it's what we're used to, but I really want you to think about scraping your head as close to the mat as you can to mimic that motion. All right? I'm going to try to see if I can bring the camera down here so you can actually see what I mean by that. So my forehead comes down to the mat, and instead of pushing up this way, like that, I want you to think about
Bringing your forehead down to the mat as close as you can, pressing up in that pike position. That's gonna put you in a better positioning. It's gonna mirror handstand push-ups, mirror that pressing up overhead instead of the pressing out, right? We're trying to work the tops of the shoulders and the lats, right there, all right? So get 3 of those pike push-ups, whatever variation that you're gonna do. If you want your feet closer, if you want your feet further away, closer is more challenging, further away is gonna be slightly easier. You are doing 6 reps. So I definitely want you to pick something that you can do 6 in a row. Maybe you split it up 3 and 3. That should be fine, but you definitely shouldn't, should get more than 1 round through that, if that makes sense. All right, so we'll go over the workout one more time just to make sure everybody is good to go with this. Rewind the tape if you need to. But let's see, we got 3 5-minute AMRAPs. First one is gonna be 4 burpees followed by 4 deadlifts. Second one is gonna be 5 V-ups followed by 5 goblet squats. And then the third one is gonna be 6 jumping air squats followed by 6 piked push-ups. All right, and then I'll go over the Durante Core once we're done the workout. All right, if you guys don't have any questions, I don't know if anybody has any questions. So if you have any questions, jump on Facebook and ask a question before you get started on the workout. Otherwise, go ahead and get ready to start the workout. Pause this video until you're ready. I'll give you a countdown and then we'll get going. All right, here we go, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, guys. That's it. I'm done my 15 minutes of 15 minutes of work. Thank you guys. For nice and sweaty and tired like I am. Take a deep breath and cool down. See if you can see my head here. Okay. All right. Go ahead and just lay down on our backs, bringing our knees into our chest. And start focusing on that breathing. So nice deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. What I like to do here, lying in this position, is you can take your hands to your knees, pull them close into your chest, and then you can take them to the outside, kind of like happy baby pose, right? And then make circles with your knees, kind of massaging the hips down into the ground. We'll do a few circles this way, and then we'll switch it up and go the other way. Don't touch that, buddy.
I need something.
Okay, just leave it there, it's fine.
I need to come my other foot is on.
Now we'll take those legs up to the sky. If you have a wall that you want to lean against, that's fine. Otherwise, this is a super awesome restorative pose, letting all the blood drain down, especially getting it to your heart a lot faster so it can help you recover quicker, as well as just flushing your legs. So lactic acid starts to build up into your muscles very quickly after you stop working out. So this is a good way to kind of flush some fresh blood to your legs so it can help prevent that lactic acid from building up too much. The magic of science, biology. So we'll just hold this pose for a few seconds. Now we'll stand up, get some fresh blood to those legs. If this is too hard for you to hold, leaning up against the wall is great too. This is also a pretty good hamstring stretch. Otherwise, this is a good goal to have, to be able to hold those legs up overhead like this without feeling too much pain. You definitely don't want to be feeling any kind of pain, but if it's really, really challenging for you, doing it against the wall is great. Core is starting to shake just a little bit. Hip flexors are starting to feel it a little bit too. All right. Roll up. Come up to stand. Oh, that should feel nice. Come to straddle. Move those hips around just a little bit, especially on all those squats, feeling a little bit tight or sore. Everybody feels different everywhere. I always like to give a little twist just to see what's bugging me today. All right, and then let's hinge forward from our hips, bring our hands down to the ground, coming to a nice hamstring stretch, wide-legged fold. Okay, guys, before we get too far into this cool down, so we actually start cooling down, I should say, let's go ahead and hit that Durante Core. So for the Durante Core, it's 4 rounds. I'll go through 1 round with you guys, then I'll pause the video, and you can pause it, and then we'll finish with a cool down stretch. All right, so 4 rounds of 10 hollow rocks, 10 V-ups, 10 tuck-ups, and 10-second hollow hold. So hollow rocks. You're gonna push that belly button down into the ground. Hands are gonna go directly up overhead. Feet are just slightly off the ground here. Point those toes, and you're gonna rock back and forth. So you want to make a banana shape with your body. You don't want to flat tire it and come up. You want to think about pushing the belly button down into the ground. So you're, instead of your back being flat like this, you're actually rounding your back like that, pushing it down to the ground so that that's what it's rolling off of. All right? So hollow rocks. Squeezing our butt 2 ups. 10 of those. 10 V-ups. We did plenty of these in the workout, so you should be good on these. 10 of those. Followed by 10 tuck-ups. Tuck-ups are going to be similar to V-ups, except this time you're just going to tuck your knees in and come up. So a little bit quicker, but still same stimulus to the abs. And then 10-second hollow hold. All right. I can count the 10 seconds for you if you feel like you're going to cheat. All right. So let's see here. So first round, I'll do the first round with you guys, and then you'll do the other 3 rounds on your own. All right, it's going to be a total of 4 rounds. I'm going to move myself out the way so I can see what the movements are again. All right, ready? Here we go. 4 rounds for time, starting with that 10-second hollow, or 10 hollow rocks. All right, guys, that's 1 round. We got 3 more left, and then we'll get into the cool down. All right, guys, let's get into this cool down. So first, we'll start out with our legs straddled. This time I want you to bring your left leg behind, and I want you to try to get as wide as you can with your legs, with your feet behind you. So you kind of feel stretching the front of the hip and the back of the hip. So this should feel pretty good. I want you to take your right leg out straight. Your right hand is going to follow along the inside of your calf. Your left hand is going to go up overhead. So instead of here where we're leaning into it, I want you to think about opening your chest up to the side. So my chest is completely open to the side here, shoulders back, and then I'm reaching that hand up overhead. All right, a lot of times we tend to collapse and just want to reach towards that foot. I don't want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on opening your chest up to rotating a rib cage away. All right, the better hamstring stretch this way, and you're stretching your obliques. Really focus on getting that chest open. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're gonna rotate our chest. So our chest is gonna be, shoulders are gonna be parallel to the ground here. And then we're hinging over the leg. All right, good hamstring stretch, whether you're here, you're stretching. This is good, hands off to the side. Or if you can walk those hands out, that's gonna be great as well. You can come down to your forearms, that's good. You're gonna bring your head all the way down, that's good as well. Still breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. You're going to walk yourself back up. And we're just going to get a little lean back into that bent leg. Flex that back foot. Protect that knee. And then we'll slowly switch sides. So this leg will swing out and around, and then swing the right foot back behind you. And again, try to open up your legs as much as you can so you're getting a good stretch in the front and the back of that right hip. This time we're going to trace the inside of our left calf with our left hand, and that right hand's going to come up overhead. Same thing, keeping that chest open out to the side. You start to feel yourself drooping down a little bit. Just open up that chest. All right, and then we're going to turn into that leg. So a little bit of rotation. Shoulders are parallel to our right in line with our foot and our leg. Perpendicular to your left leg. We're going to hinge forward as much as we can. We're going to come all the way down to your forearms. That's great. Now slowly sit up. Lean back into that right leg just a little bit. We'll take butterfly stretch. So bring our feet, bottoms of our feet together. Squeeze in, and then try to press those knees down to the ground. Rotate your neck if you want to, a little extra. I'm worried about duplicating my effort, so if I can work two pieces at the same time, that's great. Shrug your shoulders up, roll your shoulders back. Let's get those arms just a little bit. So cross that left arm, cross your chest, grab just behind your elbow, and then I'm going to think about pulling into your chest. So pulling your arm this way and into your body. It's almost like pulling and pushing it back into the socket where it needs to go. And pull that shoulder blade back. And we'll switch arms. Same thing, think about pulling that arm away and then pressing it back in.
Let's do something. I know the perfect way to fix everything. Observe.
It's probably one of my favorite stretches to do. It's really good for your shoulder as well as your neck. If you get a lot of headaches or you work at a computer a lot, this is really good for all the tension, the upper back tension that you have. What you want to do is take your hand behind your back. So you're making like a figure four. And then you want to take, so my left arm is behind my back. Take my right arm, grab my left wrist, and then pull it this way. All right? That's creating tension here and here. And after I do this, if you want a little extra stretch, you just lean your opposite ear to your opposite shoulder. Slowly release, and then we'll switch sides. So right hand comes behind the back. Grab the right wrist with the left hand, and then left ear to left shoulder. All right, guys, awesome work. Have a great day. Hope to see you guys very soon. We got a great workout today, and yeah, things will be back to normal soon enough. Bye.